What if I told you that China just made a move that could crash the US economy overnight? No missiles, no soldiers, just one brutal decision: cancel all US imports and block key exports. The result? Factories would shut down, shelves would empty, and America's supply chains would collapse like dominoes. Sounds dramatic? It's closer to reality than you think. For years, China has been quietly tightening its grip on the materials that power modern life. From rare earth metals used in smartphones and electric cars, to semiconductor components that keep America's tech industry alive. And now, reports suggest Beijing is considering cutting off those exports completely. Let's be clear, China doesn't even need to ban everything to cause chaos. Just a few restrictions on key materials can trigger massive disruption. Imagine, no rare earths, no magnets, no batteries. Suddenly, your phone, your car, even your country's defense systems are at risk. China currently controls nearly 70% of the world's rare earth production and over 80% of processing capacity. That means every time the US builds a missile, a jet engine, or an electric car, chances are part of it comes from China. If that supply stops, America's high-tech industries could freeze within weeks, and it's already starting. Beijing recently announced export bans on advanced magnet materials and artificial diamonds, both crucial for chip making and green energy. US tech giants are now scrambling to find alternatives, but the truth is, there aren't many. Replacing China's dominance would take years of investment, new mines, and international deals. Now think about what happens next. Without those critical imports, the cost of production in the US skyrockets. Factories shut down. Companies lay off workers. Prices for electronics, cars, and energy shoot through the roof. Inflation soars. Investors panic. The stock market tanks. And within months, you have what economists fear most: a full-blown economic crash. And if China takes it even further, by canceling all US imports like soybeans, pork, and corn, American farmers would get crushed too. Billions in agricultural exports would vanish overnight, hitting rural communities already struggling to survive. So the question is, why would China do this? Because this isn't about trade, it's about power. By controlling supply chains, Beijing doesn't need bombs to win a war. It can squeeze the US economy anytime it wants, using economics as a weapon. And in a world where technology is the new battlefield, whoever controls the materials controls the future. Can the US fight back? Maybe. Washington is already investing billions in domestic mining, recycling, and partnerships with countries like Australia and India. But building new supply chains takes time, 5 to 10 years at least. Until then, America remains vulnerable. So, could this really lead to an economic collapse? Not tomorrow, but the pieces are in place. A single escalation, one trade ban, one political standoff, and the global balance could tip overnight. The real question isn't if China will use its power, it's when. Do you think the US can survive without China's supply chains? Or are we already too dependent to